Hi, buenos dias.
Buenos días.
My name is Hugo Olayas, and I'm here with Kyle Oliver. The Reverend Oliver is a digital missionary for the Center for the Ministry of Teaching at the Virginia Theological Seminary. And Kyle, you and me are in this event in the beautiful city of Miami. It's called Hispanicize, and we have spent a couple of days learning many things. I was curious, what would be something that you have learned that you would like to share with us?
Yeah, I think it's a message that we know as the church, but that we always need to be reminded of, and is always challenging. The thing that has been the biggest theme for me at this event is the importance of participation. Whether we're talking to marketing companies or brand managers or bloggers and other kinds of media creators at this event, the question that everyone always has right on the front of their mind is, how do you bring people in? How do you get them engaged? How do you get them not just passively consuming your content, but how do you get them talking about it, talking with each other about it, talking back to you about it, giving you feedback, helping you to shape whatever it is that you are trying to put out there. And I think as church people, we can sometimes get in a mode of the preacher, right? Of just saying lots of things.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I think a more sort of teaching or conversation-oriented mode where we're in mutual conversation is much more useful. And we've got to be thinking about what are the questions that can lead to conversation? What are the invitations that invite people to interact right now and not just at some future date when they come to an event? So this question of how do we get people engaged with us right now has been a big theme of the conference and has had me thinking with my church hat on.
I'm going to ask you a profound question.
Okay.
What's the ultimate purpose of engaging people online for a church, a congregation, or a diocese?
Well, I think in some cases the purpose is to meet people that we haven't met yet. You know, okay. Social media is a place of congregation online where people, get together and have conversations, etc. And so some of it is just about meeting new people. And then another reason, I think, is that we live these integrated lives. The digital sphere isn't separate. I'm on my phone, and then I'm having a conversation, and then I'm back to the phone. And so engagement online is ultimately not very much different from engagement in person. And just like I can have a pretty superficial coffee hour conversation, I can have a superficial online conversation, or I can go really deep in coffee hour or in a Bible study, and I can go really deep online. And so I think the purpose is always the purpose, which is helping people to reflect on their faith, to articulate their faith, and ultimately in sharing with each other to grow in their faith.
Thank you so much, Kyle.
Thank you.
From the beautiful city of Miami, good night.
Good night.